Hi there and welcome to the best M4 build in Escape from Tarkov. This build is for those chads who like to live life on the aggressive side and for those who aren't scared to give away their position when in a gunfight. In this build you can see that there is a 71 ergo and 35 vertical recoil, which is a lethal combination for players who are aggressive and can quite easily click heads. When making a meta M4 build, it's always important to use the MUR1S upper receiver. It is best in slot for the recoil and it is second best to the Gen 3 for ergonomics. From this we go on to add the advanced tube, and on this we put the CTR stock. For the advanced tube it is the highest ergo buffer tube that there is and it gives the lowest recoil from the choice. And for the CTR stock it gives the third highest ergonomics for the slot and is almost unrivaled when it comes to recoil reduction. From here we've added the 370mm barrel. This is chosen as it gives you the second best ergo in slot and it's only beaten by the 260mm barrel. We haven't chosen this because this gives you a hefty recoil penalty. For the handrail I've chosen the SAI QD 40.5 inch. This choice can be replaced by the Mark 10 rail, however in this build I have not chosen this as it will give you more recoil and less ergo. As a pistol grip for this weapon, I have chosen to put the 4.1 inch guide and then with the RK2. It's well known that the RK2 is best for recoil in this game, however when using this grip you do take quite a heavy penalty for ergo, but we make up for that later. For the pistol grips you have two choices. You can use the Growl S or you can use the PSG1. Both have exactly the same stats, however the Growl S is much cheaper from Peacekeeper. So in terms of saving money, I would say always use that. However, if you want to look quite stylish and if you want to just flex on people, then obviously the PSG1 is always the way to go. For the gas block, I have chosen the JP Enterprises gas system, as this gives you the lowest recoil reduction and it also gives you the best recoil reduction in slot. As we all know, for any unsuppressed M4 build, we have to use the jailbreak and we also have to pair that with the ST6012 flash hider. When these are ran together, there is an insane recoil reduction and there's a ever so slight reduction in ergonomics. However, with the attachments we've got on, that isn't really a problem. To make the no expense spare build, you can add the PK06, but to save costs, you can use the EKP and pair this with the Cobra shade. By adding the shade, it allows the reticle to stay centered, so it increases the accuracy of the weapon. To nearly finish this build off, you can choose any of these three charging handles down here, so it's either of the Raptor charges or the AR-15 charge. I've chosen the AR-15 as it is the cheapest one you can get and they all have the exact same stats. I've always found when building an M4 there's loads of speculation as to which magazine you should use. Now personally I always choose to run a 40, as when I run a 60 I always feel as though I never use them extra 20 bullets. So that combined with the fact that the 60s take longer to repack and the fact that they reduce ergo much more, this is why I always run with a 40. The only problem with the 40 is the fact that you have to run certain rigs, so it's either an alpha rig or an AACPC tac rig, but this isn't really a big problem. When looking at how much this weapon costs, you can see that it comes to nearly 400,000 rubles. However, when wielding this you can take out opponents wearing slicks, ultins, and you can quite easily make that money back. So please do not be put off by the price and just give it a go, because you never know who you can kill, who you're going to be in a game with. Before we go on to some footage for this godly M4 build, let's take a quick look at the two ammo types that you should be using. Anything less than 55A1 is basically useless at this stage in the wipe, so you have the choice between 55A1 and M995. To benchmark the two, Peacekeeper sells 55A1 for $7 a round and he also sells 995 for $18 a round. When looking at damage for a 55A1, you get 6.4 body damage for every dollar spent, as opposed to M995's 2.2 body damage for every dollar spent. In terms of armor pen, when using 55A1 you'll get 6.1 armor damage per dollar spent, as opposed to M995's inferior 2.9. All in all, 55A1 is by far the best round for value, whereas if you go in true meta build you want to run 995, as this will make sure there is no damage absorbed by armor. So let's say it's going into the firing range and see how it fares against close, medium and long ranges. As you can see at close, there's no moving the mouse required, you will hit the head every single time. If we aim at the stomach, You can see from the initial spray it moves quite close to the chest, but it levels out again to go for the stomach at medium range. For long range you can see that it moves to the head, and it also brings itself down to the chest and back to the stomach again. Now, when in the firing range there is much more muzzle smoke than when using this weapon in game, so please do not be put off by this and you will be able to see your target clearly. To end the video, I have a few clips filmed this morning, so make sure you check them out and return back to the channel in the future for more Tarkov gun builds, map knowledge and money runs. To stay up to date, there is a link in the description to my Discord, so feel free to join and play some raids together. On that note, until next time, thank you so much, take care.